Right, hello. This is just a quick video of me documenting my thoughts about the gig I just went to, what happened. So, yeah, subscribe if you want to subscribe. It's been around 10 hours since I was last at the gig. Actually, no, that's a lie. It's been around 15 hours, Jesus. Um, Jesus Christ, I don't know where to begin. I would start canonically. Actually, I will start canonically. With the gig, I went in there. I was expecting. I didn't know what I was expecting. Because I saw the rave. I'm gonna be honest, and the crowd looked a little bit dead. So I was kind of scared that is people gonna be scared to like go to the front and like mosh for a bit, or is like people not gonna go up to each other or anything. So I was a bit skeptical. And as I do with concerts, when I arrived there, me and my mate Ryan, I want to bring Ryan on to chat about this actually later on, but me and mate Ryan got there. So doors open at 4:30, and the thing with me and Ryan is we get there for the front row, and we got there 1:30. So no one was there. We thought there'd be a few people there. No one there. Went to Tesco, Asda, vibe for a bit, came back, waited by the gates, spoke to the staff members, but where to line up. This guy gave us more clearance. And yeah, we got there. The clearance, yeah, got given clearance for stuff. Then around 3:30 rolled around, and they were building gates to enter. And this is where more people started to show up, more and more people, and this is where the staff started to become more friendly. I really want to highlight this: the staff on the venue were so friendly and so nice to speak to. I'm genuinely glad that they were there, like they were the actual staff, and that's made me so happy. The first like thing back, the staff have been one of my highlights of the night alongside the music. So like me and the staff, they chatted with me and Ryan about the Blossoms who were playing, about the music they like, how they're doing, stuff like that. It was just casual. And then I got there, and then some lad was like, "Hey lad, do you want a beer?" Yeah, I accepted it. And then yeah, made another gig friend. Shout out to James. Not sure if you're watching, James, but like you were fucking ace. You were cool. And James was there. We made friends with him. He gave us a beer. We chatted for a bit. And we all got on through music, and that's why I think this live gig was amazing. We made a friend through live music and just through wanting to be seeing people live again. He was there for the Blossoms. I was there for Lathams. Ryan was there for the ride. And so it was just a really lovely atmosphere from the get-go of meeting people. Like in the beginning I was skeptical, like is people actually going to show up? It's just going to be me and Ryan, like just looking at the guests. And no, everyone started to show up. When we got in there, I got interviewed by a few news crews. That was quite funny. I'm on BBC now. I'm on BBC Northwest, and I'm in an Austrian news outlet called ONR. Yeah, quite cool. And yeah, I was on a few news outlets, and I decided to say the line "masks off." I'm still cringing at that right now. I decided to take the mask off live on BBC National. Jesus Christ, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I cringed a little bit. There's no going back from that one. I think it was quite cool seeing me in the news. Then again, it was quite cool. Yeah, we got there, went in. I bought some shirts because I thought the shirts. To be honest, the merch there, I think that's some of the nicer looking merch because it was like the poster, but in t-shirt form. And I really like that shit, and I think that when artists do that, it makes me really happy. And especially for this, I bought 2 shirts, so I'm happy with that. So I got in there, I bought a few pints. Staff were friendly, the bar staff were friendly. My ID got checked like thoroughly because the thing with me is I look 10. I look like I just came out of preschool. So my ID got checked thoroughly. Like they probably like reflecting it, like is this kid 18? How did I get in the venue then if I wasn't 18? No, but yeah. Staff were friendly there. Toilet staff were nice. Really cool people. I also met one of the singers from Ampedo Blue there. Shout out to George. Yeah, shout out to George. Good filmmaker. Good band. And yeah, it was just so fun to get inside a live venue again. So I got in there. I was happy. Because we got there. We got to the front. Like proper barrier front, like middle. We were in, I think, the perfect spot for seeing live music, like the perfect spot. And what happened was, it was just weird. Of like There's a DJ there, Katie. I've no clue. I forgot her last name. I'm so sorry about that, Katie. And Katie had some light shows going on, and she's playing non-stop banger after banger. She had Arctic Monkeys, Catfish, Jerry Cinnamon, David Bowie, The Smiths, fuck Morrissey. They had like everything playing, and as each song came on, the crowd would just start slowly moshing and come together even more, to the point where around 5 o'clock. By the way, Zuzu doesn't come on until 6:30, and I put it around 5 o'clock. I'm already squished and cannot use the toilet. So yeah, between me and you, I held a piss for around 6 hours, 6-7 hours, and I'm still surprised I did that, and I'm genuinely surprised I managed to survive without doing that. But yeah, like, the crowds are going mad, the crowds are going crazy for everything, and I absolutely loved that feeling I got when everyone started moshing together, random lads behind us, random girls and all that, everyone was just vibing along with each other, and it was just such a nice spectacle to see, and I absolutely love that, like, everyone together, everyone in this atmosphere, and a song came on, and I was scared, because usually in gigs, the gigs I usually go to, people don't care for the support act. People wait, people go to the bar when the support act's on. And I always thought, oh, no one better do that for the Zuzu or the Laphams, because it's first gig back. And no one did it. More people came when Zuzu came on. More people came when the Laphams came on. But when Zuzu came on, I only heard a few songs from Zuzu prior to this. All I knew was she was Scouse. She was a good singer, had a good voice. And I was thinking, I should be a good opener. She was not a good opener. She was a great opener. Jesus Christ. She came on. Amazing stage presence. Like, choreography. Everything was choreographed. Yeah, I can't speak. Everything was done right. She played banger after banger. And the crowd was going wild for it. Everyone was squished together. At this point, I was getting even more squished to the front of the barrier. I was like, right, this is great. It's already starting. Like, come on, it's returning to normal. Everything's returning to normal when people are getting squished on barriers. People are being forced to the front and stuff like that. It was absolutely amazing that I was being squished. I was so happy that I was being squished. Yeah, and she was amazing playing live, and she gave me her set list. She put it out to me and was like, yeah, give him the set list, and I was happy about that. So I got Zuzu's set list, which is really nice of her. I'm getting that framed because it was a historical night. Then the Laphams came on. And if you don't know me, I've got a weird obsession with the Laphams. I'm seeing them 5 times. I absolutely adore them. I think they are one of my favourite bands, and they're so upcoming. And the fact that I get to say, I've been there since day one when they become the level of the Arctic Monkeys, something like that, because they are going to do that. Let's face it. I get to say that. But when they were playing live, they were, oh my god, their presence were amazing. They put twists on Villainous Victorian. They put twists on every song. They didn't play anything new, which they said they maybe would have, which I understand that. But even people who didn't know their songs bounced around. My mate Ryan knew none of their songs, but he was absolutely loving it, and he knew none of them. I knew every song. I was battling out every single word. I was absolutely screaming at Alex. I was screaming at everyone in the band, and it was amazing. It just felt so amazing to say, yeah, I've seen one of my favourite bands now. I'm kind of happy. And they just, the presence they gave live and everything, they gave everything. And when Alex came out in a fog coat, a trench coat, then the smoke machine came on, and the light was underneath him. It was so fitting to the Laphams as a brand, especially with their recent EP with Foolish Polly, I See Your Ghost and all that. It's so villainous Victorian, and I absolutely loved it. And people keep calling them the next Beautiful South. I can see it. They've got so much potential. I absolutely love the Laphams and the Beautiful South, and I absolutely can see the potential from them in this. And the Laphams, they gave a top-notch show, and they got the crowd warmed up. And then Katie came back on, the DJ. She warmed everyone up. I took this as a time to just sit down, collect my thoughts, because I was so happy. And then Blossoms came on. James, who I was with, he was a massive Blossoms fan. And yeah, James Loves Blossoms. And so when they came on, he was screaming them. I think the Blossoms gave such a great stage presence. There's someone who you've got to see live, definitely, because they add something to their songs, and there's so much that the little quips they give about these things are meant to be spontaneous, and the little digs they give, the crowd they understand them, they know them, they give shout out, they give digs. And after each song, and the lead singer of the Blossoms kept shouting out each member of the band, and I just found that so nice to see. And the fact that they played some of the best the best Blossom songs, and then they saved Oh No, I Think I'm in Love and Charlemagne to last, and you should have saw the crowd when Charlemagne came on. Oh my God, the crowd erupted. The crowd physically erupted, and that moment when I thought gigs are back, COVID's gone, and it just felt normal. But COVID isn't gone. COVID's still there. Wear your mask, do everything until it's safe, until it's able to do so. But yeah, the concert in general, out of 10, sorry, out of 5 stars. It's weird. I haven't really done many concert reviews. Out of 5 stars for a concert review, I think I'd give it maybe 4.5. I'll tell you why 4.5 right now. I'll give you a rundown on the show, and I'm going to tell you what I thought of it. So, positives. I loved the staff there. It was so attentive. They were so amazing, especially with the first venue back. They were riding on it to go right. Stellar job. Absolutely stellar job. Absolutely amazing. I think everyone was scared that it would go wrong. Everyone was scared that people would test negative, blah, blah, or positive. And I want to give a massive shout out to how they handle the track and trace. Personally, this is how I think that's how gigs should work until COVID is at a safe level. Because personally, getting a COVID test the day before, no problem whatsoever. It was no hassle to me. It was nothing. And I know everyone else done that. They had no hassle, and it was peace of mind. Because apparently it was reported that around 500 people tested positive. So if that system wasn't in place, that would have been a lot more people tested positive. That would have been horrible. And I'm so glad that test and trace service was in place. And to the people online complaining, saying how it's taking away your freedom, that is not taking away your freedom. People are being silly with that way. I'm not going to express my full opinion on them because I think I'll get banned on YouTube. Yeah, wear your masks, get tested, get the vaccine out. If I have my dose, you can have yours. And yeah, that was really cool, the test and trace, and it was done so properly. It was done professionally. As for live music, everyone on the show was a 10 out of 10 performance. Everyone on the show gave a 10 out of 10. There were no downsides to them. There was no downsides to anyone live. Even the DJs, even that random guy from Radio 1 or something came on. Yeah, he was just there, he was vibing. Everyone on stage gave such a nice presence. Also, which was surprising to see, the photographers there, usually at gigs, they get in your way. They are very annoying, and they are really, yeah. I can say this. I do photography. Don't worry. I'm gig photography, so I can say this. They get in your way. They're annoying. But these ones, they were so careful to make sure not to block someone's view or be, horrible with a camera or hurt someone. And they had something to them. They were They were really intensive. They didn't fluster the entire show. They came on for the first 4 minutes. Gone. They were gone in literally 4 minutes. You would not see them again. Maybe the old 1 or 2 people, but honestly, perfect, and it's how you wanted it from it, and it allowed people to enjoy the music, and that was great. But I think for all the positives, there was way more positives than negatives. I'll get into what negatives I had with the event, because the negatives of the event weren't really could have been controlled or foreseen. Well, one of them could have, but So yeah, positive. That's why it's got a 4.5. The reason why it loses half a star is because of Ticket Quarter. So, I was one of the lucky 100 or so people who got their ticket cancelled for no reason because I put my birthday as the 8th of February 2003 when they wanted it as 080203. It was an entire glitch in the system. They called it a glitch in the system. Luckily, we were given our tickets to rebook, but usually I wouldn't be mine then. But it's the fact that they told us on a Sunday when all their offices have closed, and they told us when all the offices were closed, and our tickets were refunded on a Thursday, but we were only notified on a Sunday, so we had no chance to get tickets, as we had no clue. And that was just really unprofessional from the ticket distributors, from them, and I think Ticket Quarter, they've made me lose a lot of trust in them for future events, and I feel like they were really stupid how they handled it. How they blamed us in the beginning, and suddenly they saw public outlet backlash, and like, oh no, it's not your fault, sorry. How they just so flipping it, and I just feel like it was so half-arsed. But we got our tickets. I can't complain. I'm not going to complain much about that. I can move on across that. So, complaints. As much as I love a gig crowd, the crowds were amazing, and I feel like it was so homely. But there was some problems with the crowds. At times, people would randomly push other people for no reason whatsoever. Not like you're moshing, not like that, because that's fine. If you bump into someone like that, that's fine. But people would just do it, and it would just feel so half-arsed or like a dickheadly. And luckily, the stewards there and everyone working there were quick to break it up. They were quick to smash it out, and I'm happy. I'm happy for them for doing that. And yeah, also another positive I want to highlight is as the songs went on, I would feel myself getting close to the barrier, and everyone got closer and closer. And in my head, I was smiling so fucking much, like, oh my god, that was such a happy moment. And that was one of the happiest things that happened. Like, everyone was coming close together. It was so symbolic. Yeah, I do A-level film, and I know symbology. No, but yeah, negatives, there was definitely more positives than negatives. But the biggest negatives were, yeah, poorly ticket handled, and how some people in the crowds, but you can't blame a crowd. I mean, when you're reviewing a gig, I'm always going to take a crowd into, context. I'm always going to take the crowd. But something I do want to point out is around 20 people were kicked out or taken away by staff. I'm going to highlight some of my favourite ones where people got took away. So we had your average nosebleed. That's your average gig. Everyone's gonna get a nose. Every one person gonna get that. A few people fainting. That's an average one. But I think the top 3 ones I saw were so weird to me. Was I think the people who were just high the whole time. Like some guy came over and you're like, come on. Yeah, he had a locked jaw, and he looked like he's just seen fucking Jesus. He was gone. Like, he was absolutely in all hell. Like, he whatever he had taken, well, we all know he had taken, well, I'm not going to mention it. He had a good night. And yeah, someone was kicked out because they took their pants off and their knickers on, and she was loving life. She was smiling all the way. And I think the funniest one was the guy who got kicked out in the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes. A shout out to you. You got taken away that early. That you got taken away, not even before the first act came on. They got taken away like before anything happened. Like, how did you accomplish that? How? Like, how? But yeah, the crowd was sick. Absolutely amazing crowd. But yeah, 4.5. So if this comes out, I'm actually doing a few interviews. I've got one coming out with Grace, the Grace Note blog. Got one there, but she's talking about me of how I felt and all that. She's got a few good questions. I've got one coming out on a Austrian news team, which I'm helping them do. I've got one coming out with some other people. I've got one coming out with some other pages. But yeah, I feel like for this first gig, I'm very happy. And I was scared it would go wrong because I've got my gig coming up 25th of August, which I'm managing with Project Nevada, Linkway, and the Plan Merseyside, which you can get tickets now. Link there is on sale, www.jimmys.live. And honestly, go to it, because the bands who are playing, I think the bands who are playing, they're gonna get to big levels, like especially in their own genres. Like the Plaid Mousy side, you can already see them selling out like tours. Project Nevada, you can already see them becoming the next eye candy or something, because they have fucking great songs. They've got some good shit going out. And Linkway have got amazing stuff coming out. I was in one of their rehearsals. I wasn't gonna dance because I'm not a one man dance crowd, but they made you want to dance, and I could really see them striking off when they released their music. But yeah, that's it. Gig was good. Gig good. Live music good. I'll see you all in a bit. Have fun.